Hello, friends, and welcome to another Capitalize Your Best Real Estate Marketing Podcast. My name is Gordon Duncan. I'm the owner of Capitalize Marketing, where we help you capitalize on what you do best to grow your revenue. And I've been privileged over the past several years to work in the real estate industry, and that's everybody from agents to mortgage to title insurance. Really, if you're connected to the real estate industry, Capitalize Marketing has been working to help you gain leads and grow your revenue. So welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks. We took a small hiatus. I've been traveling. I've been doing seminars in Virginia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and so I am back. So please forgive the hiatus. We are happy to be back here, and I've got something exciting to share. Just a week or two ago, I was on the Best Town Agents in the Best Town Media Mastermind. This is a wonderful group of like-minded real estate agents and real estate industry collective wanting to encourage and grow with each other. And so they invited me on to share a little bit about our particular approach to marketing and growing in the real estate industry, and share specifically about what we do at Capitalize Marketing. Even more so, they were very kind to give me a copy of that interview, both audio and video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share that with you guys today. So I hope you enjoy this exchange. It's a wonderful mastermind, big group of people, and just very, very thankful for Jocelyn and Randy for inviting me in. So I hope you enjoy it. And afterwards, definitely like and share the podcast, and we'll be back again next week. Thanks a lot, friends.
Everyone, thank you for joining us today. Our mastermind is called Best Town Agent Mastermind and Referral Association, or sometimes we call it Your Referral Alliance. And we have members from different parts of the country in different industry, although a majority of our members are in real estate business, can be realtor or a mortgage lender. And of course, we also have members who offer services for their local community. By the way, my name is Jocelyn Wing. I am the co-founder of Best Town Agents, and along with Randy. And Randy will introduce our speaker today.
Perfect. Jocelyn, I want to thank everybody for being here today. And today is exciting because we actually have two coaches on here. We've got a two for today, which is great. So what we're going to do is we'll do, like I said, our networking at the end and the introductions and so on. Make sure everybody's got their contact information in the chat. We'll make sure everybody gets that. And today we're going to kick this off with Gordon Duncan here. We've managed to connect with him a couple of times, and Gordon's background is pretty diverse. I'm going to let him go into that and where he's, right now, I guess in the coaching arena, plus a few other things that he will mention on what he does as far as an agency and as a coach. So Gordon, glad you're here today, and the floor is yours. By all means, give us an introduction on who you are and where you're at and who you serve, and we'll let you run with that.
Wow, I really appreciate it. I'm honored to be with you. I mean, it's just really nice, and appreciate Vanessa making the connection originally. I am Gordon Duncan. I own Capitalize Marketing and Consulting. We like to say we help our clients capitalize on what they do best so they can grow their revenue. And we do it in two ways. We're a full-scale marketing company. So on one side, anything you can imagine, websites, graphics, social media, marketing campaigns. But what sets us apart on the other side is we have a 6 and 12-month program called Capitalize Your Best. We both enable our clients to perform their marketing better, and then we have an agency that comes beside them with a professional marketing company. And along our program, we have one-on-one and group coaching within it. My background, I've been married to Amy for 28 years. She's amazing. I have 3 amazing daughters. And I have started out as a school teacher, and then I was in sales, and I managed an eye clinic. I've had my own business since 2003. I was a pastor for 20 years, and I've run 28 marathons. So that's the quick overview of who I am. But I love coaching. I love enabling my clients to hit their revenue goals. And even better, I like promising an ROI. I like being able to say, like, this is worthwhile of your time and money. Too many programs I've paid for kind of went with the wind. And so I always joke with my clients, I served me first. I looked for where was the gap and what did I need? And then I created that thing. And I've been fortunate to have some great coaches and mentors along the way. So that's a bit of who I am, Randy and Jocelyn. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, that sounds great. So now what I wanted to do is kind of dive into a little bit more about specifically in this case, because we're generally on the real estate agents or lenders and so on. Tell us about how you're working with them specifically.
Yeah, thank you. About 60% of our clients are in the real estate industry in some form: realtors, agents, mortgage, title, insurance. And we try to serve them in two ways. We give 3 to 4 seminars per month. These are a combination of in-person and online. And our goal with our seminars is not just to move everybody to an emotional decision. And we want to provide solid content so that if someone attends one of our seminar and never works with us, they can walk away and say they've got actionable steps to improve their revenue and improve their marketing. So that's really important to us that I'm a teacher at heart. So I want to make sure that people can walk away and grow their marketing and reach their target clients. So with that, we have agents or mortgage or title who reach out to us and say, either the competition is too stiff or the market's too tough, or I'm having a hard time getting to my ideal client. So we enable them to create content that speaks to their ideal client, help them to create massive amounts of content on multiple platforms so they can represent themselves. I just think it's important that we show what distinguishes ourselves to our ideal client, and that's what we help our clients do. But our primary way to do it is lots of educational content. We put out about 600 videos online a month for us. And then we're doing seminars and love doing it. I travel, go online. I've got clients in New Zealand and Alaska. And I just think there's some wonderful people in this industry right now who are just facing the difficulty of finding their ideal client and helping them know that they've got services for them. And that's my goal, is connect them to their clients. And that's what me and my team do. So it's exciting. I love the opportunity to just serve folks who have that need.
That's super. So what about some wins, from some people who have, they've gone through either your program or taking what you're teaching and have implemented it?
I've got a good friend named Sarah Hurst. She was a bartender 10 years ago. She found her way into as a bank teller. She went through a divorce, really wanted to kind of start over, and real estate is where she chose to land. We met at a Chamber of Commerce ribbon cutting, and she was just really getting started. And we helped her develop an approach in the community. She is a service-oriented person. I live in Fredericksburg, Virginia, Central Virginia. And if our city has a service opportunity, that's been her platform, that's her niche, that's her heart. So she has served on city councils, town councils. She's done polar plunges, but she does it out of a heart to serve first. And that's her heart. And people see that, and that's who she is. And that's representative and able her to find her ideal clients. And really what I'm most proud of with her, first of all, is her hard work. But her goal every year is by the end of June to have every bill paid for her life, so that then she lives the second half of the year the way she wants to. Now, she doesn't stop working. We all know we take 6 months off, the world's going to forget us. But she has designed her real estate world to do that. By mid-year, she's done, and she doesn't worry about whether the bills get paid. And then she's able to serve and care for her clients. But I'm really happy that we were able to take her from that. Now she's a single mom, and she's found a wonderful person. And she keeps building that life. But Sarah Hurst is just really I'm just a dear friend, but I'm really proud of her. She's completely transformed her life. She said 5 years ago when I met her, this is what I want, and then she's achieving it. So she's been just a great friend and watch her do it. And then we've helped title companies go from start to being investor-friendly title companies. And now they've really they've got a beachhead in our community and growing. They're doing 12 seminars a year now. So there's some stories like that where people have struggled to find out who they are specifically to their community. We've helped them develop that, and then they've built a business on top of it.
So one thing that you mentioned there, and I'm just going to dive into that a little bit more there, you're talking about seminars and content and so on. And I'm glad you shared the transformation that can take place, by the sounds of it, probably less than 5 years for sure. What we wanted to find out more about is then the content itself, or the seminars and so on. How does that play into, success in this case for a realtor or lender?
Well, I'll give Clearview the example I just mentioned. They're the title company I'm working with. They wanted to set themselves apart, and we all know in most communities you can walk out one door and probably see 4 title companies like within a half-mile radius. And good for them. I want to see success proliferate like that. But they wanted to be a title company that was providing education for investors and some of those difficult closures. Now they work with a wide array. They work with just, the easy deal that comes and goes. But so what they decided to do was they were like, you know what, we're going to create this seminar model that just serves real estate professionals, competition, anybody. And so they bring in a speaker now every month. They've got a reserved space. These are 2 to 3 hour seminars, and just flat out serve the community and show themselves for who they want to be. And then what that does is, as we all know, that's going to bring in a funnel of people who appreciate them in the community, gives them respect in the community, but winds up being a funnel of potential clients for them. And it's been exciting to see. And now some of them are stepping forward in speaking in these seminars and getting opportunities. So it's wonderful. It took a while. I think we did 5 seminars with them last year. Now they've got one every single month. And now local organizations are coming to them and like, would you like to partner with us? Which is what we want to see. We're just being our genuine self, doing the thing that we care about and targeting the right clients. And then you grow your business. So it's just a really genuine, integrity. I mean, you get to work with integrity, and that's what we like doing with our clients. But that's what we've seen happen. That's what we've seen.
So what I'm hearing now is it's really about having somebody that you're working with have the serving attitude, the commitment to actually helping people around them versus the taking. So from that perspective there, is that part of what you're coaching or teaching in that 6 to 12 months? And
capitalize your best. So what we want to do is we want to help people find that thing that makes them distinct. What is that thing that's best about you? And because how do we stand out? We can use the blue ocean theories and those kind of, we've read those books, but really what makes you distinct in the midst of probably very good competition? But what makes you distinct? And then when you line up your distinction with the people you're most ideal to serve, when that connection is made, people do business with each other. But it's temptation. The temptation is try to cast the net to everybody. And I just tell my clients, if you market to everybody, you get nobody. You market to somebody, you're going to get everybody. And so it's helping our clients go through our 6 or 12 month program. Love that distinction about who you are. Don't be scared. You're not going to lose out. I promise you always get outside your distinction. It happens. But go in on who you are and who you serve. And then you're going to attract the clients that you've intended all along to care for. And we really help them create that voice and then create massive amounts of targeted content over the 6 to 12 months.
So you mentioned seminars so far as the content. You mentioned about all the videos you're producing yourself. What do you find that's been the most effective for everybody that's, the past 2 years then?
There's some folks who are just naturally gifted at editing and the cuts and those kind of things. And I tell them, if that's your gifting, lean into that. But quite honest, I hold up my cell phone 3 times a day for 60 seconds. And I add my captions to it, and I cross a bunch of different platforms. And it's just free coaching, marketing content, because that's who I want to be seen as. And most of them, 95% of them, I don't end with, please reach out to me to do business with. I want to be seen as someone who's serving the community. And then we create, of course, other content that does give you an opportunity to reach out to us. But that's what we sit down with them like, what's your style? Is it holding up the phone? Or are you more geared towards getting the ring light out and creating incredibly produced content? But you do have to create a large measure of content at some point in time, because we're just not going to be found. It's popular saying, but most of our problems, everybody, it's just anonymity. People don't know who we are and what's distinct about us. So how are we going to be found? And we teach an organic method that doesn't require ads and all those things. You can do that, of course. But yeah, how are you going to get in front of your ideal client? And because at some point in time, we've all got to get in front of them. So let them know who you are ahead of time.
Perfect. With the content itself, what kind of platforms are they going to? Or like you saying, okay, here's the top 10, 12, or do you narrow it down? What are you doing, Gordon?
Well, I think, listen, if 1/6 of the world is on Facebook, it's really, if you lose the Facebook game, I think there's, to a certain extent, you're going to lose the game. And your best network of local clients, if you're a local provider, is going to be on Facebook. So we ask folks, unless there's something distinct about you that doesn't fit Facebook, we rarely find that. We encourage people to go very into Facebook, find your target audience, maybe even create a target community on Facebook groups, depending upon who you serve. Go there first. I think we are all shortchanging ourselves if we're not on LinkedIn. We find willing and able people to work with us on LinkedIn. Instagram, TikTok. I encourage people to do 2 videos a day. You'll just get comfortable, and your first ones will be bad. And I promise you, there's worse videos on TikTok out there. But gradually build. We don't want to open up the matrix too quickly. Like, let's get in Facebook. Let's create a rhythm of regular work on Facebook, and then we build from there typically. And but we start the war on Facebook, if you will. Like, how do we get found? And that's the most important thing.
So on Facebook, then, are you saying have both, obviously your profile, but then a page and a group? Like, do you want free?
Yeah, for us, we post on my personal page about 10 to 14 times a week. Because if I post in the morning and it's not getting comments, it's dead. I need to post again in the afternoon, and the West Coast won't find me in the afternoon if I only post it in the morning. I do have a business page, and I treat my Facebook business page a lot like my LinkedIn page. That's similar content, and I can often repurpose there. But I have a Facebook group called Capitalize Your Best. Again, free coaching every single day in that group. And of course, I make offers in there. And, I have a membership questions as you come in. I get an opportunity to speak to people. Not every person is geared towards a Facebook group. If you can be and you're willing to nurture it, I highly recommend it, because at the moment they're still free. And if you can grab an audience that wants to hear what you have to say, you're building a following. And again, you're building loyalty. People like what you have to say. So I think there's still great value. It's harder to build on a business page, but it's also, I think, I don't think you should neglect it, because again, it's another opportunity for a platform to be heard.
Okay, that's perfect. So then for yourself, for somebody starting out, if you had to compare somebody brand new in business, and we don't have to stick with a realtor, but it could be a realtor or a coach or somebody like that, versus somebody who's been around for 5 years, what's the difference there that you find on starting them, in your particular program?
The difference between someone who's new and who's been doing it for 5 years, the first thing we do is we start personally. We really do. We work through goals. We work through personal giftings. I have a giftings questionnaire we go through. We want people to operate off their giftings and grow into their weaknesses. And then we help them figure out who they're best suited to serve. And then when you connect those, it's a lot easier to begin creating content. So we create, an ideal client profile, all the way down to what their emotional needs are. And what happens when those needs are met? What happens when those needs are not met? And then when you're able to communicate how you have them met, you're able to create content towards that. So it starts personally. Who are you? What are your giftings? We tackle some limiting beliefs, because when you begin just proliferating content, you're going to wrestle with limiting beliefs and imposter syndrome. And we talk about that before we really get into the mass production of content. So that's where I start. And honestly, I tell my gifted social media folks and folks who are just getting on there, I'm going to walk you through the first place at the same spot. You might progress quicker, but let's go ahead and find out 10 years in, you've still got limiting beliefs. Brand new, you've got limiting beliefs. And I think it's just really important to start there. We also line up goals, because we want people to feel like, how are you going to measure that this has been a successful program for you? So we identify those goals first out.
Perfect. Now, a couple of things then. For obviously, you put your information into the chat, correct? It was a reach out to you.
You'll find me there. It's the best place.
Okay, sounds great. And then in the next couple of minutes here, does anybody have a question? You can either raise your hand or unmute yourself here if you wanted to ask a quick question here.
Please.
And if we didn't have any questions, what we're going to do is we're going to, move onward. But Gordon, I want to thank you so much for being here. I encourage everybody there to reach out to Gordon one way or the other, even if it's just to say hi on Facebook, obviously, right? And you may not be working with him, but I still encourage you to do that. And I was going to ask you that question. For your Facebook group, can you join? Anybody can join?
Anybody can join. It's just free marketing content. So again, you may have a coach, you may have your own program, but we just want to provide insight every single day. We run our seminars inside the group, so you can join in any of the virtual seminars there. And of course, we've got free books and free resources that you can get. So please, I invite you all to join. I will follow up with you if you join. My system would be broken if I didn't. But if you're saying, hey, I just want to come in, observe and take in, the information, I'd love to have you in there. I'd be honored to have you.
Perfect, Gordon. We appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. And we'll have everybody else reach out to you and connect. And we'll all see a whole bunch of you in Gordon's group here soon.
Great.